Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. In this video, I want to encourage you guys to take it with a grain of salt because I don't know what the heck is going on, honey. Maybe y'all can explain it to me, okay? Because what are the chances that this is a second male OnlyFans model that is coming out with some allegations of dating a NFL player that wasn't a household name at the time, but they were really cool and the guy was cool and they had something amazing, and the internet believing that it's Cardi B's man and baby daddy. And there are people in the comment section tagging Cardi B, even though this young man hasn't mentioned Diggs' name. They're tagging Cardi B. Like, why would you tag that woman? Like, why? Why? And also, why is it that everyone is just kissing and telling? What about the good old-fashioned days of having something, it never worked, move on, you're thinking about that person, you write them that little cute note with that cute little, on that cute little letter pad with the decor, and you put in your favorite stickers on it, and you put your favorite perfume on the edges and you seal it. What about doing that in the digital sense? You had something, it never worked, you still like the person or you respect them. Why not, like, don't y'all have friends anymore? Okay, why not write it on a piece of paper and burn it, something, but everyone is just out here kissing and telling the same way they're having unprotected sex and contracting STDs and STIs. Like, come on. It's getting out of hand, but let's talk about it, right? No, I don't know. I don't know because I'm listening to this guy and I'm not interested in what he's saying. To be honest, I'm really not interested in what he's saying because I'm listening to it and I don't know how social media, well, I do know how they draw the connection because he's saying that the name wasn't a brand at the time. And this guy is saying his mom died. He built this amazing bond and connection with the athlete who is now famous. They're saying that someone reached out to them asking him to delete Stefon Diggs' name. It's in what appears to be a text message. I don't know if these messages are real or fabricated, but in the message it specifically said Stefon Diggs, and the person was like, I got his team in my DMs. Why don't you delete this? Yada, yada, yada. But it seems suspicious to me because why would Stefon Diggs' team leave a paper trail on something that is so sensitive? I ain't defending Diggs, nor Barney B, but I have to use my common sense and let my common sense prevail. Wouldn't they have someone show up at their doorstep, beat you up like they normally do? Because that's how Stefon Diggs' team rolls, Or is it that they're now doing things the regular way? Have they stopped beating up people? I'm just saying, they're accustomed to it, honey. They're accustomed to it. So have they stopped beating up people? No, his name is BB Banks. Second OnlyFans model we see coming out, right? No. As per Search News _ and Search Entertainment, the timeline is in complete chaos after former OF creator BB Banks allegedly revealed he previously hooked up with Stefon Diggs. OMG, crying emoji. According to the claims, after Diggs' name was publicly brought into the conversation, efforts were allegedly made behind the scenes to have his name removed from the story. Now, social media users are connecting the dots, honey, and wondering why the name allegedly needed to disappear if there was nothing to hide. If a story is true, should someone be able to stop their name from being mentioned? So that's what was posted. And my answer to that question is yes. You should have control over what conversations your name is mentioned in, whether the story is true or false. Your name carries your image and it carries your reputation. And not because it happened, it doesn't mean that you want to have your name being mentioned in certain spaces and places. And this is why they tell you gotta switch up on bitches and niggas once your life keeps changing, because these people will be a liability to you, your career, your money, and your assets. Are you being materialistic? Of course, hell yes. And sometimes you have to be materialistic, because who wants to stay out here hungry, starving, and suffering? Maybe you, but not someone who has worked hard on their God-given talent. Stefon Diggs does in fact have a talent. He, well, does he know? He does have a talent, right? 6 to 7 baby mamas in a single year. Boy, does he have a talent, honey. Does he have a who? Talent. But that's not what we were talking about when I meant talent. I meant he's an amazing athlete, and no one can deny that, or take that away from the guy. It just is what it is. But let's listen to Mr. Cutesy Patootie Baby Banks, because he seems to be like such a sweet person. But what do we all know about these sweet and rising people? Is that oftentimes they are the devil in disguise. They're often the devil in disguise. But let's listen to what Baby Banks is saying, and then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
But I ended up dating somebody who now is pretty much a household name. At the time, he really wasn't. And we had a great relationship. He was phenomenal for me. I had lost my birth mom. I wanted to get out of content. I was getting into the fashion world. You know, I was also trying to open up a med spa in Atlanta. So there's a lot of like things I was doing. This was when I was like 23, so about 2 years ago. We fizzled out, obviously, because he was becoming a bigger name in the sports industry, and I understood his position and why. All right, hey, I'm messing with a content creator. Like, I'm not, I understand that. I understand how that sounds. I understand how that looks, especially when you're in the NFL, right? So it was a very cordial split. I am not on here to talk about that too deeply. I just want everyone to know, like, I'm not in a bad place. I'm very happy for this individual. Very happy.
Thanks for the tea, Baby Banks. Thank you, sweetie, for the tea. Sweet, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous guy, right? I think we all can agree. But the thing is, who asked you? Like, literally, who asked you? Like, you want your 5 minutes of fame? What do you want? Like, what are we supposed to do with this information? But we can use it to troll Cardi B, right? I think he's a barb. I think he wants to humble Cardi B. And I think he wants his 5 minutes of fame. Stefon Diggs has to, if this is Stefon Diggs is gonna have to get into the habit of cutting these people a check. $1 million is a little change. Can you imagine if he was doing things a lot behind the scenes with boys? I wonder how many of them he's gonna have to cut $1 million. But anywho, boo boo, learn to give a little check and sign an NDA. Like, go away, go on a vacation. You want to go to Dubai? You want to go shopping? Here's $1 million. NDA for your assets for the next 25 years or 17 years, you know? Just learn to cut these people a little something, 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 because, honey, like, is it gonna continue? So, there were people in the comment section like, y'all gotta leave him alone. Another was like, white folks just can't keep shit to themselves. Guys and girls talk too much. They do. Another was like, whatever happened to keeping your personal business to yourself? Another person was like, this is a lie. Steph, don't even mess with any dark skin. Honey, you are lying, honey, because I've seen a few, and those are darkies. You know, another person is like, it's funny, K Benchy is mutual friends with him. Oh my god! OMG! It is K Benji's mutual friend. Okay. Okay. I see you, boo. I see you. Another was like, I don't even like this dude, Stefon, but this is Cap. He did not just become this big top NFL player 2 years ago. But carry on. I want this man away from Cardi B, so who cares? I think they meant want. What was the point of telling us this information? To humble Cardi B, I guess. I don't know. Like, this is messy. The internet, they're tying it to Stefon Diggs. There's no confirmation that it is Stefon Diggs, but everyone in the comment section and their mamas, they're convinced it is in fact Stefon Diggs. And if it is, I believe it was meant to humble Barney B. And this guy never called anyone's name, so it could be it could be that he's intentionally being calculated with what he says because he hasn't mentioned any name. So even if someone is he never used any names, he never used any aliases, any brand, anything to directly or indirectly link what he's saying to Diggs. So, hey, the internet is up on it though. I guess he figured out that he just needed to lead and the internet would definitely follow. But man, I tell you, Cardi B ain't got no peace. She ain't got no peace with this man. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think it is Stefon Diggs? Or do you think that it's just another gossip? Leave your comment below and we can talk some more, honey, in the comments section. Peace.